random thought. Obviously, now that I'm single, it's kind of like awkward to have conversations with guys because now that I'm older, you know, they're asking, oh, do you have kids? Obviously, I'm not going to deny that I have kids, and I'm not embarrassed of my kids at all. But it just is awkward when they ask me also. Like last night, I got asked for the first time, do they have two different baby daddies or the same dad? And I was just like, yeah, because I was going to let him think whatever, like he thought. So, but then he was like, so two different baby daddies? I was like, yeah, but the first one doesn't count because I was a teenager and he's not involved. So like, I don't have two, I have one.
Oh no, it counts. It surely counts. You said you have two different baby fathers. You have two different baby fathers. Okay, you had a child as a teenager. Whether that was consensual or it was not, you still chose to have that child, ma'am. No child in this world, especially in America, gets born without the mothers making that decision. Once a man gets a woman pregnant, he has no say-so whatsoever. Whether he wants you to keep the baby or not keep the baby, he has no say-so whatsoever. It's your body, your choice. You chose to have that child. I don't care what age you are. That was your decision. So you could have chosen not to have the child. You could have chosen to give the child up for adoption or whatever. Maybe the child could have lived with the father if that's a good situation. But again, you still chose to give birth to that child. You have two different children by two different men. Just stop lying. Stop trying to hold yourself unaccountable if it was a bad decision.
So whatever, he didn't say anything, but it's just kind of like, how do I word this? I just know that when it comes down to it, if a guy is trying to pick between two women and one of them has kids and the other one doesn't, he's always gonna go for the one that doesn't have kids. So I feel like I have no chance at this point. And not even that I'm trying to find anybody serious anyway. Like, one, I just got out of a divorce. I have no trust in men right now at all. I don't think I ever will. Obviously, I'm only gonna be dating right now for fun.
First of all, she's talking about she's going to be dating for fun because she has no trust in men whatsoever. Number one, you need therapy. You need to go get your head straight. You don't need to be dating anybody right now because you have such a distrust for men. Regardless of how your last situation ended, if you have a distrust for men, you need therapy, because why are you out here dating and you have this disdain for men and guys are trying to talk to you, trying to holler at you, trying to get to know you, and they don't even know that you just have this disdain for them just for them being male? They didn't even do anything to you. They don't know you. You don't know them, but you have this disdain for men based off of your past, based off of your trauma. Yeah, you need to go take care of that. Because guess what? If you flip it in reverse, a woman would say the same thing about a man. He would say, oh, he's jaded. Oh, he's bitter. Oh, he doesn't like women. He needs therapy. He needs to go. Yes, that's the same thing. So why are you out here dating if your head is not on straight? And I have a question. Why did her marriage end? Did she file for divorce? And on what grounds? And she talking about she was with her child. She's not with her child's father no more. Probably be your best option to go back to your child's father instead of being out here dating as a woman with two kids by two different men. If that's a good situation, if that's a healthy situation, I'm not telling you to go back to something that's some kind of crazy situation where your life or your kids' life would be in danger. No, I'm not saying that. But the fact that you are now out here dating, guys, yes, they're going to ask you, do you have two different baby fathers? Because that is a very important question, especially nowadays. That context matters. And also, a man that's taking you seriously, he's gonna want to know why your marriage ended. And if you are just out here just dogging the hell out of your ex-husband, just saying he's a narcissist, he did this and he did that, and you just some perfect angel and you did absolutely nothing, it was all his fault, he's going to be like, okay, yeah, sure. And he's not going to believe any word you say. He's not going to take you seriously. He might use you for recreational purposes, but he is not going to seriously date you or consider you for marriage because you don't even know how to hold yourself accountable, talking about, oh, I only have one child's father, not two. So you need to deal with all that. You need to heal from that before you even get out here dating.
Fun, but I feel like once you tell a guy that you have kids, they automatically think like, oh, she's probably looking for a stepdad or a husband or something. And it's
yes.
Like, actually, not at all. Anyway, I just hate that I'm in this new position because I was never supposed to be.
No, you are looking for a stepfather. Let's just be honest. You are looking for a stepfather to your children. See, what she does not understand is that there is a drastic difference between a single mother dating versus a single man dating. A single mother dating will always be looking for a stepfather. She is always going to look for a man to come in to protect, provide, lead, and guide, because that's what women want in a man. That's what they want. And because you are a package deal, you are a combo deal. You are a 3-piece meal. So that's what comes with you. So a man coming into your life, he is going to have to be able to protect, provide, lead, and guide for you and your children. Your children. Are you going to allow a man to come into your life and lead your children? To guide your children? You want to protect your children, sure, but ultimately, do you want him to discipline your children? If Johnny is running around the house, jumping up and down on the couch, Johnny, sit down, Johnny. I done told you to sit down. Pow! I done told you to sit down. Are you going to allow your man, your new husband, to come in and whoop your child if it's necessary, if it's warranted? That's a fair question. Now, on the flip side, a single man dating, first of all, women find men who are good and active fathers very attractive. If a woman sees a man at the park and he's playing with his kids, his little boy, his little girl, whatever, a woman will see that man and her heart will melt. She will see him like, oh my God, he looks like such a good father to his kids, to his little boy, to his little girl. If we have a child together, he will be the same kind of good father to his child as he would be to our child if we have it together. That's how women think. Men, we don't think that way. We see you with your kids or your child or whatever. We're thinking like, oh, this is another child that I have to protect and I have to provide for. Because guess what, ladies? You want a man to come in and provide for your child. I don't care what the child's age is. Either provide some knowledge, provide some wisdom, but most of all, provide some money, some finances, put clothes on their back, food in their mouth, stuff like that. Keep the roof over their head. Yes, that's what you want a man to do. And on the flip side, men are not expecting a woman to come in and provide and protect for his children, because guess what? As a man, that's his job anyway. And when it comes to discipline, women look to men to discipline anyway. That's just in their nature, because a child, boy or girl, but especially a boy that grows up without any discipline, grows up to be one of these hellions out here running the streets, causing all this crime and mischief and stuff like that. So that's why discipline is very important for boys and for girls too. A man coming in and he's got children, you're going to fall under his leadership for his children. So you're not going to take the lead role. You're not going to be like, he's not going to expect you to protect, provide for his children. He's already doing that. And guess what, ladies? If you are with a man and he's not already protecting, providing for his own children, if he's not in his own children's life, you're not going to be with him anyway, because you find that to be unattractive. So yes, if you get back out here on the dating market, it is going to be very, very hard for you to find a man to live with, to be with, to marry you. That's why I said it is probably the best scenario for you to go back to your child's father. If it's something that can be worked out, if it's nothing where he put hands on you, you put hands on him, or the kids fear for their life, or whatever. I'm not telling you to walk back into a dangerous situation. I'm not telling you to walk back into something that will cause you harm and mischief and all this other kind of stuff. And honestly, if you were doing that to them, I would tell a guy the same thing. Don't you take a woman back that's being so crazy, that's gaslighting you, that's being mentally abusive, especially physically abusive, because that could lead to him going to jail. But you need to make sure that your children are an asset to that man. You need to figure that out. But before you do all that, you got to have your head straight. You got to make sure that you are the kind of woman that can compete out here against women without children, because that's your competition. Your competition is women without children. I'm sorry, that's what it is. And honestly, it is a bad deal for a man to seriously date and especially marry a woman with more kids than him. So you have 2 kids. A man with 1 child or no children does not need to be dealing with you because it is a bad deal for him. Now, if he has 2 kids and you have 2 kids, you could possibly work something out, because I firmly believe in blended families, but I really believe that a man should not date a woman with less kids than him. It is a bad deal for us because, again, we are the protectors and providers. So if we're providing for your children, is he going to get a child from you? Or does he have to just do that for your children and he doesn't even get a child out of it? Why would he do that? If he wants children, he can go get a woman without kids. You just said so yourself. You're competing against a woman without kids. That is your competition. That's something for you to figure out. If y'all think I'm right, if y'all think I'm wrong, leave it in the comment section down below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.